Okay, let's get to today's episode of how Bigger is going to piss the world off. Because apparently, I've been pissing a lot of people off. In my viewpoint, and that's what you're seeing, my viewpoint, how I view things, because it's my page. But anyway, in my viewpoint, the reason that this whole situation, I'm not talking about the war, the conflict itself, the reason that it looks the way that it looks and we can't properly process it is because we have witnessed something that up until now has never happened in the history of history, and it is called land back. Now, a lot of you know what that is. A lot of you are actually in support of it. But for some reason, when it comes to Jewish people, you kind of flip-flop. But the reality is, whether you like it or not, that is exactly what happened. Unfortunately, it took the death of 6 million, more than 6 million Jews for the world to understand that Jews actually have a home. And they don't even really want to fuck with nobody else like that. They're not trying to take shit over. They just want to fucking be safe. So the world said, all right, you know what? Go back home. They got land back. And that is what the problem is. That is the root cause of the problem. Land back. Now, the reality is that the people of Palestine also are indigenous to this land. They have been there rather, forever, right? The reality also is that genetically speaking, the Israeli people and the Palestinian people are related genetically. They're like fucking cousins. The thing that separates them is religion. And if I'm gonna fucking be honest, as far as I can tell, it is the religion of Islam that is basically calling for the eradication of these fucking people, or the erasure of these people from that land. Now, you can say what you want to say, but if you can point out facts to the contrary of what I just said, I have no problem rescinding it. Again, this is just how I'm seeing things. But you have to be able to present some fucking facts. What's wild to me is that I haven't spoken about the conflict, and I haven't done that purposely. I have been concentrating on the actual people, and everyone who has been commenting that is supposedly pro-Palestine does not seem to possess the ability to acknowledge humanity. And that is what I have been pointing out. But since people keep wanting to make assumptions, I'm going to share, or I decided to share, how I view the situation. And the reality is that it is about land back. That is the root cause of the problem. Now, as far as where we are today, it is my belief that Hamas has to be stopped. Hamas is an actual terrorist group. This is not information that was just brought about after 10/7. We have been hearing about these people for fucking years. We know that they are an actual terrorist group. They are not a government, yet they are governing the people of Palestine, and that is where things get skewed. I absolutely understand the heartbreak that everybody feels, because I feel the same fucking heartbreak when I see Palestinian children having to witness in their formative years all of this death and destruction. And I also understand that that has the potential to create people who are going to be even more hateful of Jewish people. I get all of that. But what I also understand is that Hamas is the reason that this is happening at the scale that it is happening. These people are not being targeted. The terrorists are being targeted. The problem is that because they're terrorists, they have decided to put themselves in the middle of where all of the fucking people are, so that when people try to strike back at them, they are automatically going to fucking strike the civilians. If a people or government cares about their people, one of the things that they're going to do is do their best to separate themselves or prevent their people from being targets. And Hamas has literally done the opposite. Why is nobody talking about that? Overall, I do not support the Israeli government. I don't support the American government either. Bet you didn't fucking know that. However, I support the Israeli people. I know, I believe, I understand that they have the right to exist. I understand and believe that they have the right to exist peacefully without fucking threat of extermination. And because of that, that is what I have decided that I am going to be talking about. And if you don't fucking like it, you can scroll the fuck on by. I'm getting really aggravated with all of the fucking trolls that I'm fucking getting. Not because of how you feel, but because you won't even fucking express it your fucking self on your fucking own page. You come to my page and you fucking make demands. And I don't want to fucking go off on a fucking rant, so I'm not. But what I will say is that I'm going to talk about things that I see the way that I want to talk about them. I am all in with the people of Israel and the Israeli people abroad to be safe. Period. Full stop. And if you feel the opposite, that's the only reason that you would be fucking commenting on any of my videos. So if that makes us ops, then we're ops. It is what it is. I said what I said. I'm going to end it there. Have the day that you deserve.